Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and this is something that I wasn't expecting to make, and if you haven't seen my first part of my LEGO Ideas Why It's Broken video, I'd suggest checking that out before this. I guess that one's a little more personal and near and dear to my heart because it has to do with different projects that I would like to be actually submitting in different things, and today we're gonna just take a whole step back, and this has nothing to do with me at all. These are some of the cases that I've kind of found out about over the past few weeks since I first released the first part of why I think LEGO Ideas is completely broken. And it's just crazy to me. And I think that after you hear everything that I have to say today, go ahead, you can leave a dislike. I understand that this offends a lot of people, and I hope that's not the case. I just got to get that out there right now. LEGO Ideas might be your favorite theme. I love LEGO Ideas. I mean, it literally got me LEGO Minecraft. So I love Minecraft and I love LEGO Minecraft, and it's so great. I love the theme so much. Literally in front of me, I have the Friends set. There's so many other idea sets that I have gotten over the years that I absolutely love and adore, and I don't want LEGO Ideas to stop. That is not why I'm making these videos. I need to put that out there because I love LEGO Ideas. I want it to be improved. And unfortunately, a lot of you won't understand where I may be coming from, because I think that until you experience it yourself and you're going to submit a project and going through this whole process, you'll then understand what it feels like to be rejected. And it's nice for you guys to show your support in different things with like the Young Justice situation and all that, and that you guys are really passionate for me. I appreciate that. But until you feel it yourself, it's a completely different thing. And I think that these people that I'm going to talk about today really have experienced it. And it's over the last few weeks, so after my video. And there has been some changes. They've fixed up a couple of things. And unfortunately, one change that I do have to talk about that I hope that it's not because of me, I really do, it's the Just Too Good project. The Just Too Good project has actually since been taken down. And here's the funny thing about that. This person put in a lot of work. He was about to change it because he was going to remove Twitch and he was going to create the new version of Justin and not have it being the exact same version of Twitch. He was going to add Just to Mom and different things. You could see it on screen now. Would it have been accepted? I don't know, because he is using a new piece for the helmet, but the issue that was with this set, why LEGO said that they took it down, is because of this. We're sorry to inform you that your LEGO Ideas project has been removed by our moderation team because we found that it overlaps with an announced or currently active third license party, or IP, DC Comics, that exists within the LEGO Group's product range. So this is really contradictory in a lot of different ways. First of all, I don't think that you'd be able to tell that that is the Flash logo on my shirt at all. I think that I've covered it up really, really well, and I think you look back to the Ninjago CMF series where they had the lab assistant or whoever it was with the Batman symbol on it, but it was completely cut off where you could only see the middle. You know, there was no mentioning, I don't think, anywhere of this is made by DC Comics or different things like that. And it's just kind of strange to me why they would claim this. For a number of reasons, even if I had my shirt completely open and it was the Flash and that was a part of my branding and everything, one of the rules that you have for LEGO Ideas is you can't include logos and symbols when you're promoting the set. Let's say that I'm doing the Legend of Zelda. I can't include the official Nintendo or Legend of Zelda logo on the actual advertising and the thumbnail for it, or anywhere on LEGO Ideas in the submission, except on printed pieces if it is called for. Now, I've seen a bunch of different things that are completely just, it doesn't need to be there, which just, it doesn't make sense. Again, a lot of the problems that I have with LEGO Ideas is I think there's too many hands in the pot, or there's just too many different rules that different people have, that some people agree with some things, disagree with some things. So when it comes to the logo specifically, if I had my shirt completely open and it called for them to get the license if this set reached 10K, then that would be something that they have to do, and that is in their guidelines. I think a perfect example of this would be the Stranger Things set, where they had the actual build or whatever it was of the buyer's house and then the upside down, and then they had the little plaque for all the minifigures. If you wanted to submit something for If you wanted to submit something for Legend of Zelda, you could have a little plaque and have the logo actually printed on it. That would be fine because you're not breaking any rules. So for them to decline it because I have the logo covered up on my torso is a joke. We're going to come back to Tom Bungie, but we're going to circle over now to my friend Mini Brick Productions. If you don't know who he is, he has this amazing submission of Avatar: The Last Airbender up. Justin promoted it, and I was promoting it, and a bunch of other people were just really pushing it, and he's been doing incredible marketing, advertising for it every single day, but that's not what this video is about. But before he was working on that project, he actually had another project, and it was Mr. Bean. And I've asked him if I could share this, and I talked about it a little bit on the Bricks and Bits podcast recently. But here's the thing: Mr. Bean is celebrating its 30th anniversary, and he submitted this amazing creation. It had 3 different scenes, and they are very iconic scenes, in my opinion, from the bits and pieces that I've seen of Mr. Bean. I think even just if you haven't seen it, I think that some of the imagery and different things are really iconic. I'd say one of the most iconic parts of his submission and probably the show was actually him driving the Mini Cooper, the bright green Mini Cooper, sitting on the roof with the broomstick and the brick on the gas and all that sort of stuff. That's one of the most iconic scenes. And they wrote back to Mini Brick after declining his project and said that his submission overlaps with the current license and IP of the Mini Cooper. Now that's fine. I understand that. You can work around that. I told him, just keep changing up the car, make it just like a generic car that's just bright green. And here's the really crazy thing though. There are Mr. Bean projects, including the Mini Cooper, and in their description, referencing directly the Mini Cooper. Mini Brick didn't mention it at all. He didn't do a tag. These people are putting tags, and it doesn't make sense. And he keeps trying to come up with a third thing, and he's just having a hard time. And it's just pretty frustrating as a creator when you're looking around on Lego ideas and you see that Lego themselves is saying, no, you can't submit this project. Meanwhile, you're looking around and you're like, well, somebody just submitted a Mr. Bean project a week ago, and they have the Mini Cooper literally in the description and in the tags. And the fact that both of these guys both have the iconic green car and they don't necessarily look identical to it, man, it's crazy. I'm sorry. And literally in this guy's YouTube video, it says Mr. Bean's Mini Cooper in TV comedy. It doesn't make sense. And then even with his Avatar: The Last Airbender series, I don't know what was going on here. Here's the weird part is they declined it. Meanwhile, it's literally on their list of properties that you can submit, and all he did was change some of the figures and resubmitted it. And then literally that day, there was like 3 other Avatar: The Last Airbender projects that were actually accepted and became live that day. So I don't know if they had a similar situation where they didn't even give him a reason why it was declined. The reason they gave Mini Brick was, unfortunately, we've had to return your product idea for further revisions in order for you to comply with the guidelines. We could not approve your entry for the following reason. Unfortunately, your product idea requests the release of a model or concept that overlaps with an announced or currently active third-party licensed property IP that exists within Lego's product range. For a list of such licenses, please refer here. They literally have it allowing you to submit Avatar: The Last Airbender. There has been tons from the past few weeks because it's on Netflix now, but they're saying no to him. And then literally he just changed some of the figures and resubmitted it. Boom. 3 other projects all in the same day came out. And so I don't know if they had a similar problem, but I also reached out to you guys in the community tab, and I had a ton of people just saying, yeah, I tried to submit this thing, and then I waited a few months, retried, didn't change a single thing, and they accepted it. So I don't know what's going on there. At least that project's out. He's so close, so go support it. I will link it down below, as well as follow all the people that I'm talking about here. So when they actually do get an ideas project out there, go show them some love. But we're going to circle back now to Tom Bungie. And this, I think, is the biggest issue. It's one thing to be like, well, those guys over there are doing the same thing. Why can't I do it? This is literally broken. This is the biggest thing. All right. It ties in so much to what I don't like about Lego ideas right now. But Tom Bungie had 3 other projects declined, and I think 2 of them are kind of justified. I'll have to talk to him about it after kind of rereading this. But here's the kicker, and I've had some other people in my comments today Tell me about this. This is the craziest thing. Tom Bungie submitted Soa Fang's ship from Pirates of the Caribbean. Soa Fang's ship. It is such a unique design. It looks nothing like any other pirate ship that we've really ever gotten. I think the only closest thing would be a set from Orient Expedition. And it just looks great. And we didn't get any love for At World's End, so that's why he's doing this submission. And they write back to him and decline the project because unfortunately your submission requests the release of a model or concept that overlaps with a concept or licensed property IP on which a LEGO Ideas set Pirates of Barracuda Bay pirate ship has already been produced. Whoa, this is groundbreaking right here, right now. This does not make any sense to me at all. First of all, you could submit Pirates, the theme itself. You can actually go and type yourself, I'm showing you on screen, Pirates, the LEGO theme Pirates, which is what Pirates of Barracuda Bay is literally pretty much packaged under, that classic old theme. Number two is you could type in Pirates of the Caribbean and still type it in. So now for the end of time, we're not allowed to do a pirate ship because there's Pirates of Barracuda Bay. And maybe you're thinking, wait, that actually makes sense. And I would agree with you. I really would. I would sit there and say, yeah, you know, maybe we just got a pirate ship. I get why LEGO wouldn't want another one on the shelves. But you're allowing so many NASA shuttles each and every season. Each and every season, there is a brand new white shuttle, guaranteed. If you look past all the past seasons and quarters, there are at least one or two NASA shuttles every single time. They are not that different. And it is such a joke to me that you're declining this. It's actually this is the most frustrating thing. I think this is more frustrating than the DC Superhero Girls thing. This to me is just, I'm tired of getting the space sets. We're all tired. Every time that I talk about LEGO Ideas, there's always someone making some wise joke about how, oh, the Seinfeld set's just going to be a white shuttle. I love those jokes so much. And it's become a joke right now. And to me, this just proves how broken the whole system is. Because if you're allowing time and time again people to submit NASA shuttles, which I have literally no interest in. A lot of people do. I know that there are people who do, obviously, because they wouldn't keep making these sets. But you're allowing time and time again, submission after submission, for this theme that had its own city line, that had its own sub-theme for the city line last summer. NASA is in the 20th series for the LEGO minifigures. I don't understand. I can't wrap my mind around that at all. Like, genuinely, I get what they're thinking, but then you have to put an end to NASA. You have to put an end to NASA. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I don't want to see another satellite. I don't want to see another shuttle. There's been so many. I'm so riled up right now because it genuinely frustrates me on no end how many times we're seeing them, and we keep getting more and more space sets go through. But they're not allowing us to submit a completely different design here for a pirate ship because it conflicts with Pirates of Barracuda Bay. There were some other people in the comments telling me that they were also submitting different pirate sets. I think one of them was Sea of Thieves and different things, so I don't know. I'm sorry, and the reason that they said was Pirates of Barracuda Bay. It's not fair. It's really not. And it hurts me because I remember how long it took me to work on my projects to be declined, and for a reason like this especially, and I wanted to do Pirates of the Caribbean and different things like that. So if you have a problem with it, don't put it as an approved license then. I get it. I get why you don't want another ship on the shelves. You know, people are spending hours. There could be someone right now watching this video and they were like, shoot, I've just been spending the past 3 weeks of my life working on a Flying Dutchman set for the Pirates of the Caribbean, and now they're just going to decline it because Pirates of Barracuda Bay is on the shelf? It's not right. It's genuinely not right. Again, I'm not even connected here. Like, these are just, they're not my projects. If you have a problem with this, then I don't know what to say to you, because this is pretty clear cut to me that LEGO needs to make up their minds on what they will and won't allow. And I've just got some other things for you, just because some other people said some really great stuff, and I'm just going to quickly share them, and I'll put the comments up on screen now. But someone shared with me that Detroit Become Human is allowed to be submitted to LEGO Ideas, but that game's M-rated for the following: blood, intense violence, partial nudity, sexual themes, strong language, and use of drugs. But you won't allow other teen-rated games. Right. We got the Sarah Jane Adventures, and if you don't know what that is, that's a Doctor Who spin-off show. And to me, this would be no different than... So maybe this is a little more subjective, I guess, and connected to me, but when I hear that, and you don't allow Doctor Who, but you'll allow the Sarah Jane Adventures, but also not Torchwood, the other Doctor Who spin-off show, it's very confusing to me. It makes me question so many things about LEGO Ideas. It's like, well, I should be able to do a Joey spin-off then from Friends if I wanted to, or, you know, even when it comes to some of the properties that they currently have, which is also on the list with Doctor Who, say Young Justice, or other TV shows with characters that we've never gotten before, even for Star Wars, I would say, they won't allow that, but with the Sarah Jane Adventures, which is literally connected to Doctor Who, they'll allow that. So I wonder if within a week that'll also be declined, because they did fix a lot of the different things that I talked about in the last one. But look, my apologies to the people who have the projects up right now for the Mini Cooper. I hope that your projects don't get taken down. I really hope that they just ask you to resubmit it, or change up the car or something like that, because I don't know. I'm all about just reporting on this, because I want content creators and different things who are making these submissions and spending all this time. I want everyone to be treated fairly and equally, I would say. And I know what it feels like to you know, maybe I definitely see how, at least in my case, how I could be wrong about a lot of the different things that I've said in the past for LEGO Ideas. But now this time we're just looking at someone else's projects and how much time they spent on it, and only to be declined for nonsensical reasons. So if I had to close with two things, I would say this. I'm noticing a lot of people when they were saying today, you know, I tried submitting Lego Minecraft, or I tried submitting Transformers or something like that. My suggestion, even though it might not actually be the case, is just be sure to check out if you can submit the theme that you're trying to do a project on first. This system, while it may be broken like we've talked about today, it still exists for a reason. And if you do get declined, even though your project is on the list, let me know. Let me know. I will be your voice for sure. But, you know, you gotta look first, and it can't be on an existing theme that's on the shelves right now, like Minecraft or different things like that. So please check first. And for LEGO Ideas, just be consistent. Consistency is key with this whole thing, and reconsider so many of the things that I've talked about here. Go through the whole list again, because there's some real glaring inconsistencies, and maybe you didn't know what Detroit Become Human was or something like that, but I don't know. It's glaring to me. It really is, and hopefully this does get fixed, especially with the pirate stuff, because I did want to do a Flying Dutchman or something like that, and now I know that it'll just get declined because it's a pirate ship. Anyways, everyone, I hope that you did enjoy this video. Please share it around, because I really think that this is a problem and more people need to know about it, especially if you know that someone's about to start and create a project, because, again, the more people know, the less that this sort of stuff will happen. I hope that's my goal here. And please don't boycott LEGO or LEGO Ideas. I'm already seeing people say that. I'm not that type of person, and I will never be that type of person to start this whole movement of stop buying Lego. It's not the problem. It's not the problem. There's a very simple solution to all this, and I hope that it is fixed. But anyways, everyone, I hope that you did enjoy this video, and I hope that you all have a great day. I'll see you all in the next one.